In this video series, we're going to talk about 24 different situations on a table that require 24 different shots, and today we're talking about this situation. Today we're in the following 9-ball situation, and this looks very simple, very basic, but we're going to learn a very interesting shot here. Well, what is the problem? We're straight on the 8-ball, and what we want to do is to get the cue ball towards this point here to have a straight in 9-ball. There are two ways to play this shot. First of all, we could just roll the ball in with a center ball very soft and just hope that the cue ball stops here. But the problem with that shot is, first of all, as a pool player, you probably know it, you don't want to slow roll balls over the whole table because you have the feeling to lose control. And that's basically true, because what can happen is, on a table that's full of dirt marks or that's uneven, the cue ball can roll off on its way to the 8-ball, to the left or to the right. And even if you're hitting the 8-ball on the perfect spot, then also the 8-ball can roll off on its way to the pocket. So this is a shot where you don't have the feeling to have a lot of control, and this is actually true. And not everyone just likes to throw low balls. But we're going to do it now and see how this turns out. In this case it worked because my table is pretty even, it's pretty new, and I also like those kind of shots because I practiced those slow rolled straight shots for quite a while, so it worked, but you get the idea that people don't like that. Well, what you could also do is, if you don't want to slow roll it in, you could actually play a drag shot. This means you're hitting the cue ball below center and just playing a bit harder. That way the cue ball has backwards rotation on it first, so you can hit it a bit harder, and at some point, right about here, the cue ball should start to roll forward, and that way you can hit it a bit harder. So let's see how this would look. See, cue ball went a bit further this way, but still we have a very nice shot on the 9-ball, and we could hit a bit harder, so we have a bit more control. But actually there is a third option, and this is the shot that I'm going to teach you today, that hopefully isn't new to you, but it's a very important shot. So what we're going to do is we're playing the 8-ball very, very hard this time, but we're not playing center ball, we're just playing a tiny bit above center. And what happens is, you hit pretty hard, you have control, and with the tiny bit above center, the cue ball should follow a certain amount. The more above center you hit, the more it will follow, and the more it will come closer to a stop shot. So let's show you how this would look. And the advantage here is definitely that you can let your stroke out. Of course, it requires a straight and smooth stroke. All right, let's see how this would look then. Did you see how hard I hit the cue ball, and I still just followed a little bit with the cue ball, and actually I still should have hit just a tiny bit more below center, but this is a very good shot that we have on the 9-ball. So let's make the 9-ball real quick here. And those were the 3 shots that you could play in this situation, and of course choose your favorite shot. Mine of course are the drag shot and the last shot that we just played. As I mentioned, choose whatever shot you like the most in this situation, because there is no right or wrong. Okay guys, this is the situation we're going to talk about tomorrow. Well, there is no real situation, because tomorrow we're going to talk about the most important shot there is in pool, and this is for the last episode of this series on 24th of December. Alright guys, if you like this video, then please, as always, consider to comment, share it with your friends, and like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. We will see for the last time of this year tomorrow. Thank you to my sponsors, to my patrons, to everyone who is supporting me, to every single one who has been watching this series for the whole time. That's it for today, And as always, see you tomorrow. Take care.